everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and as you can see, I am in a mess today, but I wanted to bring you guys along with me to show you guys how I unbind book pages and what you can put in a signature in your junk journals, like some ideas that you could use. So if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. Okay, so let's see here. So what I've been doing, and I'll show you guys. So we're going to start off just with, these coloring book ones are great. I got this at Goodwill, and it wasn't $8.99. It was only like $3 or something. And that's the best place to go that I've been, is go to Goodwill, and you can find all kinds of books that you could use in your junk journals. And I love these. The coloring pages and all the cool, just fun things that you can add in, little interest pages. So these are great. So if you can find like the coloring books and stuff, and the, you know, all these. So I wanted to kind of show you guys here, and I have to stand up. So there's a lot to go through. So what you do is you close the book, and then you can see the signature middle of it. So see how it's right here? Like if you close it, you can always see that there's a, and then there's a signature here is the middle. And then I've already gotten some pages out so you can see, but so you just find in the middle right there. It's like that. And then you open it up. And if you're not quite sure how to do that, this will definitely let you know. Is right here, I'm going to wiggle for a second, is, you could see right here, see those? Right there, you could see where it's bound in with the rope or the string. So that is the middle of a signature, as you could tell. And then they go all the way down like that. So what you're going to want to do is, I just take my my poker tool that I use to bind my journals, and I just slide it in there like this. I just make sure to get under all the string, just like that. And then noticed with like smaller scissors, you could probably use bigger ones, but I noticed with smaller scissors it's easier to get in there and snip it. But that's what I do, is I just pop it up with this, and then just get right there and cut it. So you just take it, and you just lift it up enough, and just get in there and cut them. Just like that. And if you have to, you can go like this and bend the spine if you need to and get in there, but you can usually just kind of pop it. Oops. Wow, I really do have a mess happening here. So, and if you have to, you can go the other way like this, and then just set it there, and then cut it like that. Because some ways work better than others, directional wise. So you can go that way, and then I just get right there and cut that string. Whoop. Chase it around here. Okay. So I'm just doing that. I'll make sure you guys can see. I don't want to get in the way here. I'll keep checking because I can't. I got my camera up as high as I can get it, or my phone. So there we go. And then, so just get right under there and do a snip. Okay. So then after you snipped them all, you just take your middle signature here, and then you just pull it out. Oh, and you'll know if you didn't get something cut. So there's one right there. And then it just pops right out, just like that. And there you go. And then when you do your signature, you still have it connected in the middle like that. So you take it, and then you can just pull out as many as you need. And then you just pop them right out. So there you go. So that's one way, that's a good way to just take out the signatures that I've came across. Okay. And then I just put these away. And then these are great to use in junk journals. Alrighty. So that's one thing. And that's how you take out, that's how I do it. So I did that for you. And then I just kind of want to show you guys what I put in a signature. Okay. And one thing I do like to use, and these are great and cheap, and I mean, I got this for 10 cents at Goodwill. And this is definitely old. I don't know if they have a date on them or anything like that, but I mean, you could just tell by the look of the cover, you know, the clothes. This is from the 60s at least. I mean, it was 75 cents back then, brand new. So that's kind of cool. But this is just the pattern, all those pattern papers that you can get, the pattern, and this is just the cool papery, I mean, even this, like, my goodness, this would be fun. And this paper is just so soft and, ooh. See, now that, I might use this in the journal I'm gonna do. See, that's fun. So that you can use. Okay, and then you can use the paper, or the actual pattern paper. So that's a good one to use. I'm just gonna throw all this to the side. And then, like I showed you, just this kind of book pages. And you can also just cut it out or rip it out, if, especially, you know, because I'm gonna be doing it in this one. I'm finishing up my coffee journal, and I'm gonna do a, oh, I forgot to press that down. And my little eyelet. So I'm gonna do like 5 signatures in this one, but I want to show you guys at least the signature that will go in this. And so even if you rip it out of the book like that, you can see that it's, you know, we'll just cut it to size, so it won't really matter. So if you're doing smaller journals, then it doesn't matter the ripped edge, because you're gonna cut it anyway. Okay, so there's that. And then tissue paper. This is just great to take, and I use my Rit dye, which this is Rit dye, and it's great for, it's for dyeing your clothes, but I use it for tie-dyeing, like my banner flags I do in my Etsy shop, and my gift bags, rainbow gift bags I make. And I use different colors, but this is wine that I did on here, and you could, this is very concentrate, and it's liquid, and you just take a little bit and just put it in like a spritzer bottle, like a little spray bottle, and mix it with a little bit of water, and you can do however much concentrate you want it, or how dark. You just play around with it, and just spritz it all over, and you get this effect just on some tissue paper, just regular. You can get it at the Dollar Tree or dollar store, and there you go. And that's a fun thing to put in for a signature, just to have in there, a little crinkly, little crinkle. And of course, just some fun word puzzles. I love using these, and these are like from the 80s. I think this one is the 80s or something like that. Oh, nope, this one's 2018. And then I think this one's older. I swear I saw it. But you could tell that it's, oh, 2006, okay. But you could see that it's already got the faded and the watermarks, and so it's perfect. I mean, this is great to put in junk journals. Okay, so I got that I put in. Those are perfect. And then, of course, that's why my hands look the way they do, so excuse my hands, is avocado dyeing and onion dyeing is what I've been doing the last couple days. So I just take the onion skins and boil them, and then do the same thing with the avocado skins and pits. And I have a video on that, on how I do it. And these are great, just some more like coloring pages, but this is avocado. As you can see, this is the avocado. And they just turn out so crinkly and awesome. Like when you dye them, when you get them all dyed with it, it's so crinkly. It's like you want to play with it, you know? So these are perfect to go in. And what I've been doing, because these are fun at the top, because I got different ones here, that I think these are perfect for like belly bands. Like you could put them on top of something else, like maybe a manila envelope behind it, just to sturdy it up. And then you can do like a belly band in your journal, or you can collage them up onto cardstock or something and do a pockets. Great little pockets. So these would be great for collages, and they're just fun. And they're just the little tabs at the top of this little booklet I got. And I got this at Goodwill. And they're pretty good about putting books out that aren't colored in, you know, because I mean, who's going to want one that's colored in? So they do a pretty good job about that. Yeah, so these are great. These would be perfect, just fun little, and you can avocado and onion dye them, so it just brings it just to life, and you can do all kinds of things with them. So I'm collecting those up for sure. Okay. And of course, music books, which I think I have up here. I did not get those down for you. Let's see. So we got music books, which this is, oh, I got all this at Goodwill. So you just look around, and I mean, that's what they look like, the pages, when you get them, and they're just stark white. So this is with onion. This is my onion dyed paper. And it just turns out so, I mean, it's weird. It's like thickens it up. And then like, see, this is the normal, and they're thicker pages anyway, but, oh my goodness, there we go. And they're just, you know, but then once you dye them, they're just so cool. They're so crinkly, and they're just fun to play with. So music, notes, perfect, perfect. Okay, so that's just the books that I get. Just different ones. And they got fun little quiet moments, you know, shifting gears. So just depends on what you find. So those are fun to dye and to have into your junk journals. And, you know, just some fun things. Okay, so there's that. And then more of these, which is, this is the, yeah, this is avocado. These are avocado dyed. Okay. And of course, our copy paper, just the copying paper. So that's perfect. I love it. I did a bunch of that. And this one is, I think these are onion. I mean, sometimes it takes a second to, I think those are onion. I don't know. They all look great. So those, of course. Yep. And then just some more fun. And then these, which is just the tropical book. And I got this at Dollar General, and it was $3, but it's so worth it, you know? I mean, you get all, just, you know, so like if you're at like your store, convenience stores or anything, just look over at the magazines and the coloring pages and all the things like that, and then the succulents. Those are fun. So you could do just like that, and then just you could see the difference of the dye, you know, like you could tell, like it just looks so much better. It really does. See the difference. I mean, it looks great. So there's that, and just some fun little pages, and more of these. Just fun interest pages people can color on and play with. And this one, no, I got these at Dollar General also, and they're just fun to grab. Like I got this graph one, and I just undid the staples here. And you can take them and just pop them out. So you just undo the staples, just pop them open like that. So you can see, it's just stapled like that. And then this is just graph paper. So I'll probably need to dye a couple of these. So you just grab a bunch out, as many as you want. And these are great just to throw in, to have in your junk journal and stuff. And they'd be good to stencil on too. And I'll show you, I do stenciling on pages too. Okay, so some of those are perfect. Just a little booklet. And I also got this at like Dollar General. And that's what this is. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. You can find the signature. And you could see it here. Sometimes it takes a second to find it. you just get into the middle. And that's when you get close, you just kind of flip around here. And you can find it. And I think it was, I had to cut it. Yeah, it's the rope. So it's the same, just like the big one I showed you guys. So you just go underneath here. Same thing. You just go like that. And you could just, you know, you could see each book is different the way they bind them together. And you just go through like that. And then just get it underneath there enough to get your scissors to cut like that. Oh, let's see. Like that. There we go. So it's the same concept as the other one. And then you just grab each side. And if you did it correctly, oh, see, and you can tell when you leave a piece, a little piece right there. Oh, there, I think I broke it. It will not come out, you know. So there we go. So that's one way to keep it intact if you guys don't want to just rip them out. And this is a great way to just do that. So while we're here, I'll go ahead and grab out couple here. You can just take like 4 or 5 of them, pop it out. It's just depending on how many I have in the signature. So, and let's see. Because these are great, like avocado dyed, and they're just fun little interest pages, you know, and you keep them intact and people journal on them and they just come in really handy, you know. Okay, so I think that's enough of that. So there's those, just fun little booklets. Okay, and then you get that. You can see the difference here. So yeah, it's a little avocado dye. Okay, and some more. Just copy paper. You can see the difference. This is onion skin. And I just do the yellow onion skin, but you could do, you know, whichever. I think anything works. And then the avocados, you can see the difference there. You get like a really cool pink. It just turns out really cool. And then the yellow. So yeah, okay. I think that's all that's here. And then some more music. And the pan that I dye in, it's like a roasting pan. Has a cool, I don't know if you guys, if that's picking it up, but the bottom of the pan, you see that circle? And for some reason, it picks it up in there. So it's kind of cool. And I've seen on videos, which I'll have to do with you guys, is you take like lace or like a doily. I need to get more doily stuff. I don't think I have any. Goodwill would be a good place, like a big tablecloth, a doily one or something. And if you lay doily on top of it and then set it in the dye or spritz it and just do that, I'll have to do experiments, and it'll do like a doily pattern underneath it. So that's a great idea for a video too. Do that. Okay, so we got these. And this. Okay. So those are some examples, and I still got some more up here. Just different ideas, whatever, just look around and see, you know, what you guys can do and how you can incorporate stuff into your journals. And just, you know, they're called a junk journal for a reason, because you could do anything that looks cool or that you're like, oh man, that would be awesome. Let's try that in the journal. Just try it. You just need to try it. So here's a lunch bag, or just, you know, paper bag. You open it up. Actually, you know what? The best way to do it is what's flat. Flatten it out, and then here, we can take our cutters if you want. You can take scissors too, but let's get nuts here. And I'm just going to cut off the end of the bag. Just like that. We don't need this part, but you can use this, you know, as a tuck or a pocket if you want. You can cut it open and make it a pocket. So you can do all kinds of stuff with that too. So keep that. And I like to take these and put them in junk journals. So you just take them, open them up, and do the fold like that, and follow the crease here, and just fold it. Okay. Like that. And then what I like to do is take it to my sewing machine and just sew it across here. Then when you have it in your junk journal, you fold it like this, and then you got little pockets. Let me go grab you an example. So this is I just did this the other day with you guys, and I got, a video on making a flip-flap flip here, which is pretty cool. And this is out of a mac and cheese box, macaroni and cheese. And I just put this in my shop if you guys want to come check it out. And it comes with this little cute on the front with a little seam binding wrapped around it. Okay, there's that. And here's my example in here. That's falling out. Is the bag right here. So what I do, and then you got little pockets to go ahead and stick stuff in. Is like right here. And then you got it over on the other side. Oh, it's on the side over here. So you got it over here. And then, yeah. So that's what I do, and it's got little pockets. So it's a great little idea. And what you would do is just fold it like I showed you, and then just sew right down the middle here. And if it's too big, like this would be too big, just cut it to size and do what I did on here and just sew. You just gotta sew it, or you can glue. I mean, you guys, you don't have to, sew it, but, and then I just sewed all along after I cut it to size because this is too big. And then I just went ahead and just sewn it shut, and then have it right in the middle so you have two little pockets on the side. So there's an example. That's another thing you could do. Oh my goodness, I'm collecting things up here. Okay, there's that. What else we got? So we got envelopes. Now the thing is sometimes when you dye your envelopes, and I did this in Rit dye, and I did a stencil on it, it'll come undone sometimes, but all you got to do is just go ahead and just fold it in and fold it up like that. Take your art glitter glue or whatever glue you have, but this stuff dries pretty fast. I like it. And just go ahead and glue it back. So these are great to dye. It's just to throw a bunch of envelopes in your dyes, let them sit. And the longer they sit, the more they get saturated. So that's up to you. So there we go. And I just glue it. And then these are great to throw into your junk journals and have a pocket on each side. So like you would fold it like this. I probably have examples somewhere, but I'd have to dig through my journals. I don't remember. It's not fresh in my mind, so I'm not sure. So you go ahead and just fold it like that in half, and then you stick it in as a signature, just like that. And then you bind it just like that. And then you'll have a pocket on each side. So that's one way to do it. So envelopes are great to use. Now paper plates are fun. You could just take some paper plates and dye them. I mean, I think I did all kinds of dye on this one, I think. I did Rit dye, and then I think this is like my camel colors, and then red. I think I did red, or because that doesn't look like wine. I think it's a red. So you could take your paper plates, do the same thing, fold them in half. This is for bigger journals, would be nice because then you could keep the whole structure. And you do the same thing and just stick them in. And then these are great for glue pages that people can use them for, or I mean, you could put a pocket on it, like a cool circular pocket on it, and have a tuck here, a pocket, and yeah, you can do all kinds of things. So those are great to put in there and to dye. So those are fun. And stenciling. Everybody loves stenciling. So you take your stencils, I lay them down, do my RIT dye. You could do the avocado dyes, you could do the onion dyes, put those in the spray bottle, and just lay down your stencils and do a little spray, and there you go. And lined paper, I have tons of lined paper that I use. Like, that's one thing I started off with, and I still have a bunch of it, but lined paper, I have those throughout my journals, and sometimes I have them through my journals and they're sideways like this a lot of the times because I don't have skinny enough journals to do it this way. So a lot of the times my lines are this way, but that is the great part of it being a junk journal. You do whatever you want. You can have lines going every which way. So I just fold them like this. I keep the holes in them sometimes. Sometimes I cut them out. And there you go. And then you can have lines going this way, you know. Just like that. And then you could just take your journal, turn it sideways, write this way. So then when you're looking at it, it's sideways, so you turn it. And so it just gives it a little more interest. Just fun to play with. So yeah, so avocado dyed and onion dyed papers. Okay, we got those. And then the ends of it, when you're cutting down the size of your books, these are great to throw in journals. So like, you know, like say you have a signature or you have a paper like this big, you could throw this one in the middle. You could go like this and throw it on the outside just to put into your signature. So then when you're flipping through, like this, you know. So when you're flipping through your journal, you go like this and go, oh, that's cool. And then it's got a fun little thing that you can work with and color and, you know, do whatever. And it just kind of gives it just different sizes throughout. So those are fun. Just all these little cutouts. Because I'm like, these are too good to throw out. Or use them as collages. You can make collages with them. These are also another great idea. But because you go through all the trouble of dyeing them and, you know, cutting them out and picking them out, and you don't want to just throw them out. So you just cut them to size how you want them and throw them in a junk journal. They look great. Okay. And handmade paper. So I have videos on handmade paper throughout. They're my earlier videos. And this is with cardboard. This is just with like junk mail. This is my junk mail one. And then I just use botanicals from my garden out in my yard, and did some rose petals and little flowers and some string. I threw some string in there. So these are great. I'm going to throw this in the junk journal I'm doing now. I'm going to put a couple of these in there. And handmade paper is pretty cool. And if I remember, I'll put a link down below of me making some of it. And if some of it's starting to fall off, all you got to do is just go like this, because sometimes it doesn't stick like you want it to. And then there you go. And it'll stay forever. So there's that, which I'm going to incorporate that today, later. I was just showing this video of you know, of ideas for you guys. And then I'll finish my coffee journal, and I might do some time-lapse videos and maybe put it up in the shorts on my YouTube videos up there. You guys come check them out. And I definitely will be doing a flip-through on them too, on it. And when I put in my Etsy shop. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Here's another just a little cut you can put. Now, recipe. Recipes are great. And my mother-in-law had this, and it's from the 80s. I mean, this one has to be. It's definitely older. And then poems. Poems are great. So these are great just interest pages to throw in. So we got recipes, and this one I thought was really cute. It's Valentine's. And she's got a little Valentine's card. So I thought that was a great illustration. And here's a little Valentine's poem on the back. So I think I'm going to incorporate this one in my journal, because Valentine's Day is coming up. And I just thought that was cute. So there's that. So just old pages, of course, for sure. just from old books. And book pages, I don't think I have an example of that, but you guys know book pages are great. So just like from a, you know, any, here I can grab one. Let's see what I got. What do I have? This one's good. This one. Okay. I just have too many options. We'll be here all day. But yeah, just whatever you guys have on hand. See, I did some, like this is just some definitions like hobby and hobnob and just different little, you know, high seas, like hijinks, like what does it mean? Those are kind of fun. And just some fun, like some poems. I need to use these. It's like, you know what, you put things away and it's like, oh, I have so many things that, so this is like this, your most favorite, and then you can write stuff down, days of the week, exercise, liquor, mode of travel, month of the year. So this is kind of fun. I remember this was a fun book. I got it at Goodwill. So I might incorporate some of these in there. And it's just one of those things you put away and forget about. So I'm getting it out. That's staying out. And this is that book. I was just showing you the little things. Like vandal. And it says, what is the reason a person who needlessly destroys property is called a vandal? So this is just kind of a V's. So you just go through, and this one's kind of fun. So it's just got all that throughout. And then you just find the signatures in there and see what you can get, or just rip some pages out. And some fun little quotes. So those are cool to play with too. Okay, more stenciling, online paper. I just did alphabets. Graph paper we've talked about. So there's graph paper that you can stencil on. Like that. And magazine pages. These are pretty cool. And these are my magazine pages I did a video on the other day. I'll post that link below. I will try to. And just remind me if I forget something and let me know. And you'll be able to find it throughout my YouTube. They're the most recent ones, but I will post it. I'll try to. And I took glue, water, and baby powder to take the shine. I mean, you can see some shine. It's just because some spots I missed when I painted it on. And you just paint it on and it takes most of the shine out. So it's kind of cool. So you can see the difference. That's shiny. That's super shiny. And then you can see that that one's more muted. So, and it's kind of cool how it has like the little spots in it. I kind of like that. And then shiny. So you could tell the difference there. But these are fun to play with. And this one turned out really cool. That was a shiny magazine page. You can see up here. Like that. But I'm going to use some of these in there. And then I'm going to keep the shine on the other side just to show where I think it's kind of fun. Or I could go through and paint them and let them dry overnight. And yeah, so that's kind of fun. So it just takes the shine out of it. It's the baby powder. It's the cornstarch in it is what just cuts it, the shine. Oh, that's super shiny. And then that one's not. Yeah, so those are fun. So magazine pages, great. What else we got? Oh, some more line paper. And then I found these at a little store that we have, Bi-Mart. I don't know if you guys have a Bi-Mart where you're at, but it's like a Walmart, but smaller, I guess, like a convenience store. And these were $1. And I'm like, I can't pass these up. They're index cards. And I got rainbows, dogs, and little alligators. So they're super cute. So I've been taking them off and dyeing these. And I got a bunch of them because they were only $1. And I'm thinking about covering the fronts of them and using them. You know, you can go like that with them and make little journals out of them. And I'm going to dye all the papers, mix them all up. I did a bunch of the dog ones, but I got more dyeing. And this is onion dyed. And I think I'm going to put them back together and make a fun little journal with it. So that'd be kind of cool. So index cards are great to use, for sure. And I think that's all I had around me. Oh no, wait, what else we got? Oh yeah, this one. I got this at Goodwill, and this is kind of cool. Or I think my mother-in-law had this one. And it's just a bunch of, or I got it, I don't remember. But it's just a bunch of recipes, like, and it's a cool, and it tells you exactly how to do it with the pictures. So it's got all the illustrations in it. And I need to dye more of these because these are fun. These are fun to play with. So I'm glad I'm getting all this out, but like wash the apple and then core the apple, chop the apples. So that's kind of fun. I should take that one out. And it's a fruit salad. So it says fruit salad here. So this is a cool one. So just stuff like that you're just like, oh my gosh, that's kind of fun. It's like, huh. So those two go together. And yeah, I mean, I think that's all I could think of. And if you guys have any more ideas down below in the comments, I would love to hear them. Because I'm always trying to think of different things that I can throw into a junk journal and, you know, bring some interest and things for people to play with and stuff. And I hope you guys found this informational. And please, if you could, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share. And let's grow together. And keep on crafting, guys. And have a great day.